Good evening, everyone. The time is now 7:01. I'd like to call the April 6, 2026 regular council meeting into order. Roll call, please.
Councilmember Brown?
Here.
Eastman?
Here.
Jablisco?
Here.
Miles?
Here.
Mojica?
Here.
Montestioka is absent. Newberry?
Here.
Parsons absent. Brooks?
Here. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Councilman Brown, will you please read the invocation, please?
Thank you, Council President. Heads bowed. Heavenly Father, we seek your help with all of our affairs today. Bless this meeting with your divine intelligence and help us to make the best use of our own. We are of diverse opinion here, yet we wish to mend our difference and reach agreement satisfactory to all. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Councilman Brown. Before we go into the open statement of the open public records, I'd like to just start with announcing some rules of decorum and public comment. I just want to clarify some things. So I put together something. I just want to say, before we begin our public comment portion of tonight's meeting, our goal in this chamber is to ensure that local government remains accessible, transparent, and most importantly, respectful to every resident of Rahway. To achieve this, we rely on established rules of decorum. These are not intended to limit the public discourse, but rather to protect and encourage the right of every individual to be heard. The reason why we observe this, a few reasons. Equity of voice, we implement a 5-minute time limit per speaker to ensure that no single individual or group can dominate the floor. This allows us to hear from as many residents as possible within a reasonable time frame. It's a safe environment to dissent. And public meetings can involve passionate debate, and that's all right. Decorum ensures that even when opinions differ sharply, the environment remains civil. Children are watching. Every resident should feel that they can step up to this microphone in front and speak freely without the fear of an intimidation or disruption. Yelling out of order, catcalling, or other demonstrative displays of emotion are not just disruptive to the business of the council, they can be deeply intimidating to your neighbors who may hold a different or minority opinion. Efficiency in governance. We have a responsibility to conduct the city's business. Orderly conduct allows the council to listen intently to your comments and take those insights into our deliberations effectively. The 5-minute rule is a tool for fairness. It ensures that a person at the end of the sign-in sheet receives the same time as the attention as a person in front. We ask that you address your comments to the council as a whole, remain respectful, and stay within the allotted time. We also ask that you refrain from disorderly conduct that when other members of the public or members of the council administration are speaking. That goes for everybody, both ways. By following these guidelines, we honor the democratic process and show respect to our neighbors who have been waiting for their turn to speak. Now, as your council president, it is my duty to ensure that these rules of decorum are upheld strictly and fairly. My responsibility is to manage this meeting so that it remains productive, a productive space for all of us. And I'm committed to making sure that every resident who wishes to be heard has the opportunity to do so in an environment of mutual respect. I thank you in advance for your cooperation and helping us maintain a level of dignity in this chamber. And thank you for your cooperation and for your commitment to the city of Rahway. Now, we're ready to open the floor to public comment as soon as we read the open public meeting statement.
Notice of this meeting has been sent to the official newspapers, and adequate and electronic notice has been provided in accordance with the Open Public Meetings Act as required by law.
All right, well, let's start with the minutes. May I have a motion and a second to approve the March 2nd, 2026 regular meeting minutes?
So moved.
Make a motion.
Newberry, Jablisco, roll call, please.
Councilmember Brown?
Yes.
Eastman?
Yes.
Jablisco?
Yes.
Miles?
Yes.
Mohica?
Yes.
Montestioka is absent. Newberry?
Yes.
Parsons absent. Brooks?
Yes. Ms. Capone, do we have any reports from our council committees?
No council committee reports.
All right, well, with that said, do we have any communications from our city officers or the bill payment list?
Yes, you received the payment of bills, the police report, and fire report for March.
Thank you. Mayor Giacobbe, how you doing today, sir?
Very good. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing pretty good. I like your suit.
Thank you.
Do you have
spring,
any-
spring colors?
Yeah,
my
no, I
wife
like
said.
it. I approve. Do you have any comments you'd like to share with us today?
Yes. Thank you, Council President, and good evening, everyone. It's been a busy and rewarding few weeks here in our community. As a part of Read Across America, I had the pleasure of visiting our elementary schools, reading with our students, talking with them about local government, and answering their thoughtful questions. It's always inspiring to see that level of curiosity and engagement at such a young age. I also want to thank Council President Jeff Brooks for organizing another successful expungement clinic in partnership with Planibus. This initiative continues to provide meaningful second chances and real opportunities for members of our community. My wife and I had the pleasure of attending the Rahway Senior Art Show. We have incredibly talented senior community, and this event always highlights that. It gives our seniors and our residents the opportunity to express themselves creatively and take pride in their work. Last month, I attended the Rahway School's district-wide art show at Hamilton Stage. Seeing our young artists showcase their work in such a professional setting is truly powerful, and it was really a pleasure to see all of them and the parents truly engaged. I also had the opportunity to attend Franklin School's production of 101 Dalmatians, and I want to thank Principal Holness and his entire staff for their dedication. We are very proud, and we have a very proud and strong track record in the performing arts here in the city of Rahway, and it's important that we give our young artists opportunities to get on stage as early as possible. That momentum continued at Rahway High School, where I attended their production of Sweeney Todd. Honestly, the only difference between that performance and a Broadway performance was the location. I continue to be impressed by the level of talent we have in our schools. Congratulations to everyone involved and for another outstanding production. My wife and I were very busy this past month because we also attended In Her Footsteps, a performance at the Gallery Space, an incredible showcase honoring women who paved the way for equality, equal rights, and protections. This was a powerful and meaningful performance, and it really was a great experience. I'd also like to thank one of Rahway's own, Jonathan Da Silva, on being sworn in as the 12th Chief of Police for the Union County Police Department. John is a good friend we grew up in the same neighborhood, and it's truly special to see someone from our community rise to this level of leadership. Congratulations, John. Another congratulations goes out to our very own Dave Brown, who received the Visionary Leadership Award from the United Way of Greater Union County. That deserves a round of applause, absolutely. Dave, you're an outstanding public servant, a great friend, and someone who has been giving back to this community for as long as I can remember. That recognition is well deserved. Thank you, sir. And thank you to the Rahway Community Action Organization in partnership with our Rahway Recreation Department for hosting another fantastic Easter egg hunt. Hundreds of families came together to celebrate, and it's a great reminder that even during challenging times, Rahway remains a united community. Looking ahead, April is Autism Acceptance Month, a time to raise awareness, promote inclusion, and celebrate the strengths and contributions of individuals on the autism spectrum. This month holds personal meaning for me. My sister-in-law, Wanda, is one of the kindest, most gentle, intelligent, and talented people I know, and she's an incredible artist. I am proud to recognize her and so many others this month in our community on the autism spectrum. They are very special individuals, and they're a very special part of our community. We also have a number of great events coming up. Taste of Spring is happening on Friday, April 17th, and tickets are sold out. This is always an incredible event that showcases the very best of our local businesses, and I want to thank our Special Improvement District and all the restaurants for making it such a successful event year after year. On April 23rd at 5:30 p.m., we'll be hosting the Tully Field Block Party and ribbon cutting. The park has been upgraded with new pickleball courts and a brand new children's play area. This is another example of our continued investment in quality of life improvements that benefit residents of all ages. Thank you again to the council for their support, and I hope to see all of you there.
Thank you, Mayor, and happy birthday to your sister-in-law as well.
Thank you. I'm not done yet. Got a couple more events. Sorry. Then on April 25th at 9:30 a.m., we have our Walk with the Mayor event at a new location starting right here outside at City Hall Plaza. And immediately following, please join us at the Rahway Recreation Center for the Mind Your Wellness event, featuring health screenings, expert speakers, fitness and nutrition resources, youth activities, and family-friendly program for everyone. Thank you to the Rahway Health Department for making these important resources accessible to our residents. And finally, I hope everyone had a happy and healthy Passover and Easter spent with your family and loved ones. It's a special time of year to reconnect with family and really think about what's truly important. Once again, Council President, thank you for the opportunity to speak this evening.
Thank you, Mayor. Yeah, that wasn't that long. Business Administrator Matt Pukovich, are there any reports that you have or any updates from administration?
No reports, but if you would allow, I can jump right into the summaries of the ordinances and resolutions.
I'll allow it.
Thank you, sir. Jumping right into ordinances on first reading, O-12-26. This is a bond ordinance that is going to, it's for the acquisition of property for the amphitheater located on Hamilton, Seminary, and I believe Gordon Place. We've spoke about that several times. This is just putting a bond ordinance in place so we can acquire the property and move forward with the project. O-13-26. This is another bond ordinance. This is for a capital improvement to the City Hall roof. Currently, since about late winter, the majority of the offices in City Hall have garbage cans catching the water from either snow runoff leaking or rain. It's becoming unsustainable, so we want to correct that issue and mitigate any mold or anything else, make sure that it's a safe working environment for the employees there. On to resolutions. We have AR 9526. This is authorizing us to enter into a parking agreement for 10 spaces at the parking deck with the Watt Hotel that they will purchase from the city. AR 9626. This is the yearly we do this. It's going to close sidewalks for our Hot Rods and Harleys event that'll be coming up in May. Then we have AR 9726. This resolution, it is an agreement between the Union County Performing Arts Center and the city so that we can collaborate on putting on the Mayor's Concert Series this year and also the 4th of July concert that'll be taking place prior to the fireworks. Then we have AR 9826. This is for the this is an emergency expenditure for the library building management system replacement. So this is the HVAC system. It's run on a computer, and we need to replace that computer. AR 9926, this is housekeeping. It is a resolution allowing the health department to enter into a contract. Oh, I'm sorry, wrong resolution. This is just going out on competitive contracting for graphic arts, media relations, advertising, and related services. AR 100-26, this is a resolution authorizing the naming and dedication of city property, public property on Hamilton Street. It's 344 Hamilton Street to the Bella Kine Foundation for the creation of a public park with tree plantings in loving memory of Annabella M. Giacobbe. Then we have AR 101-26. This is a resolution authorizing submission of an application for submission to New Jersey Historic Trust for the gallery space. Rachel Falace has been spearheading our efforts to try to get that on the historic registry nationally, and that'll avail us to grants that will help us restore this really beautiful building. AR 102-26, this is a correction to a previous resolution we had before you. We apologize for having to bring this before you again. This is a shared service agreement with the Township of Woodbridge to maintain the roadway at Bromhill Road. AR 103-26, this is awarding acceptance of a bid for sluice gates project that is going towards flood mitigation here in the city. AR 104-26, it is a resolution awarding the acceptance of a bid for Hamilton Stage flood hardening. As you're aware, we suffered some pretty significant damage in previous storms. This is going to help mitigate that moving forward. Then we have AR 105-26. This is a resolution awarding the acceptance of a bid for the Veterans Memorial Park Improvement Project. We spoke about that here before. We're going to have sculpture commissioned, and we're also going to do some major park improvements. We're really looking forward to that. AR 106-26. This is a resolution authorizing the execution of a contract between the City of Rahway and Center State Engineering for professional engineering services associated with the East Cherry Streetscape Improvement Project. As you're all well aware, that'll be taking place hopefully this summer. We're going to make some massive improvements to the streetscape. The street will be widened. They'll be able to put up ballards and close the street, make it a pedestrian plaza. And yeah, we're really looking forward to those improvements. And we have AR 107-26. This is a resolution waiving uniform construction code permit, water, and sewer fees for the Esterbrook redevelopment project. As you know, that is a senior affordable project. And then also for the Glendenning Homes redevelopment project. This is being done to advance the goals of affordable housing within the city. These are huge projects that are very important to this administration, and we want to make sure that our seniors and the folks at Glendenning are able to get new, upgraded, top-of-the-line housing. Then we have AR 108-26. This is just housekeeping. Allows the Health Department to receive a grant from New Jersey Department of Health, enhancing local public health infrastructure grant. Out of the Police Department, we have a resolution supporting the establishment of a no parking loading zone along Route 27, St. George's Avenue. It's on the northbound side near the Karate Center and the Halal restaurant. The state has requested this, so we're just we're complying with their request. AR 101-26, this is also housekeeping, a resolution authorizing a recycling agreement with Bayshore Single Stream Solutions. That's where we haul our recycling to, and we do this every year. Out of Revenue and Finance, we have mostly housekeeping here. The first one, 111-26, is a resolution authorizing a temporary capital budget. Then we have AR 112-26, we're granting a veteran deduction for 2026. Then after that is the refund of an overpayment of taxes for 2026. We have a resolution authorizing the refund of payment for taxes due to the granting of a senior deduction for 2026. Then we have a resolution authorizing refund of money due to the redemption of a tax sale certificate for 2025 tax liens. A resolution authorizing disabled veteran exemption. The next three are all just authorizing a disabled veteran exemption. And that concludes the summaries of the ordinance and resolutions today.
Mr. Polkovich, thank you very much. That was very nicely done. At this point, we're going to move on to the hearing of citizens, resolutions, ordinances on first reading, or any other item, excluding ordinances on the final adoption or second reading. This is 5 minutes per speaker. This is a hearing of citizens portion of the meeting. Citizens will have 5 minutes to speak on resolutions on first reading, listed on the agenda only. Second reading ordinance will have their own public hearing. The floor is also open for public comment. You may only speak once, and you must address all the comments to the City Council. While all comments made by the public will be taken under advisement, the City Council will not respond to the comments made by the public, as this portion is an opportunity for the Council to listen to the citizens' concerns and not to debate issues or enter into a question and answer session. Ms. Capone, has there been anybody who signed up prior?
Ronald McCray, 840 East Hazelwood Avenue.
Good evening. This is in reference to some of the ordinance, if I may. But I also like to commend your opening statement, because I came with a different perspective from especially previous. So your opening remarks, as you address the body in itself, I commend you for that. Hopefully and prayerfully, it came directly from your heart and not being influenced by somebody else to change the narrative of how this whole body is supposed to conduct themselves. Oh, wasn't on? Okay.
Yep, you can reclaim your time, Mr. McCrae, just so you know, for that, if you couldn't.
So at this point, I just want to get a little clarity, if you will, on the, this is in reference to the veterans. And I see, and for help me to understand, in reference to, for example, AR 11626 down to 11926. And I see in reference to veterans, there's a green, exempted green, rise, and Palumber, I think, or Ortez. What does that mean? What is that in reference to?
Would you like to comment on that, or do you?
It's really, I mean, if you're a disabled veteran, you're entitled to relief from your property tax bills. 100%.
Okay, so is it?
Disabled veteran, you can apply.
Okay. So when it
Thank you.
says, is that all that on the one, when it says green and rise, what are those terms that's behind each?
Those are the names of the individuals who will be receiving the relief from their property tax.
Oh, those are the individuals?
Correct.
Okay. If I may ask, is there
Okay.
a level of percentage that they have relief?
100%.
100%. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Ms. Capone, anybody else?
No one else has signed up.
Okay. Anybody to the right would like to approach the microphone for the public comment? Yes, good evening.
Good evening, Jeff Robinson, 244 Stanton Street in Rahway. I just want to start off by addressing the February 26th State of the City address. The mayor rightly pointed out all of the great things that have happened in the city over the past couple of years, and he also announced some really exciting initiatives that residents of Rahway have to look forward to. And at that same meeting, during his address, he announced that the bids to privatize Rahway's water facility were being canceled. If you were there, you know that garnered a loud round of applause from the several hundred people in attendance. So on March 2nd, just 4 days later, was the next council meeting, and it was a little disappointing, but not surprising to hear the mayor say that in regards to the water facility, the announcement that he made at the State of the City, that it really doesn't end the conversation about the future of the water facility, and that the city must examine every option available to us. Okay, sounds good, but I really read into that the city is still serious about privatizing our water facility, and that is just being paused for the time being. At that same March 2nd meeting, Mr. Landolfi from the city administration said he wanted to reassure residents, and he explained that the bids that originally were sent out that were later canceled were not authorizing the sale of the water facility, but it was just to receive offers and to place a value on the facility, and that there was no preconceived notion to sell our water facility. And he also said that putting out bids does not obligate the city to sell our facility, but again, to start a conversation. All true, he was correct, technically, but let's face it, any organization or municipality that takes the time, effort, money to write up and prepare bids to sell anything, well, they're going to, the whole intent is to sell whatever it is, in this case, our water facility. I don't think anybody really quite believes that it's just to get the value of whatever the water facility might be worth. So the city, as you know, the city cannot sell our water facility unless you, the council, pass another resolution authorizing bids. And of course, after that, the residents of the city would have the final say in an election. So I think it's important, especially now that we have an election coming up, we need to know from you, the council people, where do you stand on selling of the water facility, Rahway's water facility? For or against? I think it's important that we know this from all of you, but especially the three of you who are running for re-election in June. And also, we need to hear this from anybody, any resident who might be running for council or mayor. We need to know where you stand on this really important issue. So it's either no, I'm against selling Rahway's water facility, and I will vote against any resolution that authorized bids to do so.
1 minute warning.
Thank you. Or I will, yes, I'm for selling I'm okay with selling Rahway's water facility, and I will vote for a resolution authorizing bids. So we really need to know that. It's a very, very important issue to the city, residents of the city. And especially with an election coming up, I think we really need to hear from you on that. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Robinson. Anyone to my left? Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Good evening, City Council, Mayor, esteemed officials. My name is Miguel Carmona. I reside at 2126 Allen Street. Several months ago, I came up here because some neighbors moved in, and it was a mess. Grass was tall. There was 4 or 5 dogs in the backyard barking all night, parties. And we all got together and we said, we need to go to a council meeting and just share with them what's happening to our neighborhood, because we like our neighborhood. Well, I said, sure, let's go to the next council meeting. Well, I was the only one who showed up. But I came up here, I shared my displeasure with what was going on, and I want to say that the council actually not just listened, and the mayor and the town officials, but they did something about it.
Sir, you can pause for a moment if you like.
It's okay. So thank you very much for listening to us. Our block, our corner is now quiet. It's clean. You don't smell dog waste when you go to your backyard, and it's a good thing. And it's a shame that some of our other neighbors didn't come and say thank you, because many times we come to these meetings and we express and we complain, but we don't come back and say thank you. So on behalf of the residents of Allen and Morton, thank you very much for listening to us, for acting out and doing what you have to do in order to make our neighborhood quiet and safe again. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Anybody to my right?
Good evening. Alan Levy, 254 Oak Street. Decorum, is that now going to be the issue that's going to be ruled upon by the council or the president of the council? Does this have anything to do with last month my use of the constitutionally protected use of the F word to explain how political speech is protected by the Constitution? Also, you said that displays of emotion are now prohibited. Could you define what a display of emotion is? So if I were to get up here and say, I don't like what the council's doing, or I do like what the council's doing, but I was emotional about it, are you going to now become the language police on that as well? As I explained, you know the OPMA, you know the Open Public Meetings Act, and it states that a member of the public may discuss anything they feels may be of concern to the residents of the municipality. It's up to the member of the public to decide what they want to talk about. And if I use my allotted time to criticize municipal policy, to sing and dance, to engage in silent speech, pantomiming, I have the right to do that until my 5 minutes are up, and then I would sit down. But if the council wants to try to stop people from engaging in that kind of political speech, you're going to find what's going to happen is there's going to always be pushback. And what happens with that? If there's pushback, there's more litigation, there's more divisiveness. And two things happen. One, you get more of the loonies to come out. And I don't agree with what those guys do, you know, showing up in wrestling outfits and whatnot. They're funny, but I don't agree with it, but they have a right to do it. And the second thing is, Mr. Mincello makes money on the back end. And that's the whole point here. You create more divisiveness, you create more council fees. And don't think that's not intentional, obviously. And I believe all of you, Mayor and all members of the council, I believe all of you love Rahway. Every single one of you that's sitting up there loves Rahway, except one of you. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is, remember that executive session back in January when Joanna was going wobbly on the water utility resolution? You know, the OPMA says you can go into an executive session to discuss contract negotiations. But then after the executive session is over, you have to put on the record what it is you discussed. And the record, the minutes last month said, City Attorney Mincello explained the reasoning for the executive session was to discuss contractual matters. What contract? Joanna, did they discuss a contract with you? Or did they try to beat you up to change your vote back? You know the truth. Every single one of you who was back there in the hallway knows the truth. Did they say, hey, there's only 1% of the people complaining about the water? You know, and someone saying, hey, I've been on this council for 4 years. I know it's the right thing to do. But the point is, it was clearly an effort to deliberate a resolution, and that is what is exceedingly prohibited by the OPMA. You all know you didn't discuss a contract because you still have to put in the minutes what contract was it. Who are the parties to that contract? For how much was it? Why isn't it in the minutes? You know that was a lie. And I understand that all of you think, well, at least he was lying to protect us, the council. Because the council, there's a bunker mentality. It's all the critics. And we have to protect ourselves. Well, don't allow an attorney to lie on your behalf, because that same person will lie right to your face. And our community deserves better. Frankly, you deserve better. And finally, the lawsuit that I'm involved. As you know, my wife and I are being countersued by Mr. Mincello's firm for criticizing the mayor and the city council. Mayor, how do you feel about that? I know you didn't do it. I just want to know, how do you feel about that? Are you okay with it? No? And also, the last thing I want to say is, you remember last month, the ACLU filed a brief on behalf of my wife and I. The Renaud Coughlin law firm objected, demanded the ACLU not be allowed to file a brief on our behalf. The appellate division in 2 days denied that request, by the way. But that's how hostile they are to free speech. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Anybody to my left?
This is comments, right?
Mr. McCray, so this was public comments. I'll clarify real quick. This was public comments right here, so you would have had 5 minutes and one time to do this. You can comment again, but it will be on a specific ordinance that we're voting on later in the evening. So if there's anything else that you're looking to discuss, I would save it for after the meeting. I'll be more than happy to sit and talk with you.
Okay, so when you say after the meeting,
And once the meeting's complete, then you're free to discuss any questions that you may have. But as far as public comments taking place, everyone gets one opportunity for 5 minutes. You can use your 5 minutes, or you can cut it short. You approached the dais once already, You can speak again, but it would have to be on a specific ordinance that we're voting on.
Oh, that's what I want to make sure.
Yeah.
So it's based on.
On second reading, correct.
Okay, no problem.
All right, thank you, sir. Anybody else from my left? Anybody from my right? Good evening.
Good evening. Hi, Lisa Vandiver, 254 Oak Street. First off, I wanted to thank the Rahway Police, and I've expressed this before to President Brooks, for helping protect our political free speech here in Rahway. I'm part of Indivisible Rahway. In conjunction with Indivisible Center New Jersey, we held a rally at Veterans Memorial Square, broke all records for attendance. I probably have to let Captain Webb know that we overshot my original predictions, but it was peaceful and very joyous, and people were able to get out there and express their opinions. So just want to thank everyone that made that possible. Please extend my gratitude to Captain Webb and his police officers. On a different note, Alan mentioned the lawsuit that we are being countersued for criticizing the mayor, which Mayor Jacoby knows I do occasionally, the city, and then also the law firm of Ramon Coughlin, whatever, Renone and Mancello. Mr. Mancello is here tonight. I just wanted to mention that the end of March, the pay-to-play reports were due in the portal for the state. For those who are unaware, every year any business that does business with governments, such as the city of Rahway, has to file reports on how much they made off the city if they are making contributions to them. Because 25 wasn't an election year, there weren't any contributions made. But in all previous years, that law firm has donated the maximum to the Rahway Democratic Committee. I imagine they'll do the same coming up. But I just wanted to point out that in 2025, actually, the proceeds they brought in were a little lower than years before. They brought in a little less than $400,000 going to the city with, so actually quite a bit, $337,000 in contracts from the city in 25, with $68,000 going to the Rahway Redevelopment Agency. So just to be clear, but that was definitely eclipsed by what was brought in by the TNM Associates, who were behind the water presentation we saw a couple of months ago. Their proceeds for 2025 were $1,027,525. And then they also brought in from the planning board $108,000. So based on the past couple of months and the controversy over the water and the possible sale of the water, I would like to know how much of that was directed to the water studies. So I think that's something that council might want to be forthcoming with. So that's all. Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else to my left? Anybody to the right? All right, well, seeing none, I need a motion and a second to close the public hearing portion of this meeting.
So moved.
Newberry.
Second.
Eastman. Roll call, please.
Councilmember Brown?
Yes.
Eastman?
Yes.
DeBlisco?
Yes.
Miles?
Yes.
Mohica?
Yes.
Montestioke is absent. Newberry?
Yes.
Parsons absent. Brooks?
Yes. Ms. Capone, can you please read ordinance O-12-26 by title?
A bond ordinance providing for the acquisition of and payment of the purchase price for certain real property by and in the city of Rahway in the county of Union, state of New Jersey, appropriating $2.75 million, therefore, and authorizing the issuance of $2.75 million bonds or notes of the city to finance the cost thereof.
Thank you. Do any council members have any questions or comments? If not, may I have a mover and a second for ordinance O-12-26?
So moved.
Newberry?
Second.
Eastman. Roll call, please.
Councilmember Brown?
Yes.
Eastman?
Yes.
Jablisco?
Yes.
Miles?
Yes.
Mohica?
Yes.
Montestioka is absent. Newberry?
Yes.
Parsons absent. Brooks?
Yes. Ms. Capone, can you please read ordinance O-13-26 by title?
A bond ordinance providing for various 2026 capital improvements by and in the city of Rahway, in the county of Union, state of New Jersey, appropriating $2.5 million, therefore, and authorizing the issuance of $2,380,952 bonds or notes of the city to finance part of the costs thereof.
Do any council members have any questions or comments on ordinance O-13-26? May I have a mover and a second?
So moved.
Newberry.
Second.
Eastman. Roll call, please.
Councilmember Brown?
Yes.
Eastman?
Yes.
Jablisco?
Yes.
Miles?
Yes.
Mohica?
Yes.
Montestioka is absent. Newberry?
Yes.
Parsons absent. Brooks?
Yes.
Ordinances O-12-26 and O-13-26 are deemed for adoption on first reading and will come up for public hearing and final adoption on May 4th, 2026 at 7 p.m.
Thank you very much, Ms. Capone. Now we move on to consent agenda. Resolutions AR-95-26 through AR-119-26 will be adopted as one motion on consent agenda. Do any council members wish to remove a resolution on the consent agenda?
Yes, Council President, may I request to remove AR 97-26?
Yes, you may. Ms. Capone, you took note?
Yes.
Can you say that out loud to me one more time so I can just exclude that?
AR 97-26.
Okay. All right, so that's moved. We'll vote separately on that one. May I have a motion and a second to adopt the consent agenda with the exception of AR-97-26?
So moved.
Newberry. Sorry, because Briscoe with that smile, she beat you. Roll call, please.
Councilmember Brown?
Yes.
Eastman?
Yes.
Jablisco?
Yes.
Miles?
Yes.
Mohica?
Yes.
Montestioka is absent. Newberry?
Yes.
Parsons absent. Brooks?
Yes.
Council President, if I may address the council?
Yes, Mayor.
From the bottom of my heart, from the bottom of my family's heart, I want to thank the Rahway City Council for adopting AR 100-26. This was not of my doing. This was a complete surprise when the business administrator brought this to me. Originally, Bellakine Foundation was just going to plant trees on that property and make it a nice, very nice, atmosphere to sit and reflect and hang out. When I saw this resolution on the agenda, I was moved to tears. When I showed my wife, she was also. So I want to thank the council for dedicating the park in my daughter's name, and I promise you it will be a beautiful place where people can go, reflect, and enjoy our community as they should. So thank you again, council, for that honor. Thank you.
Mayor, on behalf of the City Council, I would say that it's an absolute privilege and honor to be able to do that, not just for your family, but in the memory of your daughter, who was a very worthy individual. Her legacy continues to live on through the works that your organization is doing. So we couldn't be prouder to do it, and may the memory of Bella be seen for many, 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 many years to go and to come. So again, no thank you to us. Thank you for making her the young woman that she was.
To my wife. Thank you.
I want to give a round of applause to Annabella Giacobbe. Thank you. All right. Moving on. Excuse me?
Yep.
My apologies. Let's go ahead and read the one that was removed.
AR 9726, a resolution authorizing the execution of an agreement with the Union County Performing Arts Center to provide technical and programming assistance on an as-needed basis for certain arts-based events offered by the City of Rahway.
Okay. Do any council members have any questions or comments about AR-97-26? May I have a motion in a second?
Okay.
Brown?
Second it. Carson.
Jablisco? Roll call, please.
Councilmember Brown?
Yes.
Eastman?
Yes.
Jablisco?
Yes.
Miles?
Yes.
Mohica?
Yes.
Montestioka is absent. Newberry?
Abstain.
Parsons absent. Brooks?
Yes. Next is the ordinance on second reading. Ms. Capone, can you please read the title of ordinance O-9-26?
An ordinance amending Chapter 141 Animals, Section 141-25, Community Cats, to allow the health officer to approve of community cat caregivers.
At this time, I will open the public hearing for ordinance O-9-26. You will have 5 minutes to speak, and you may only speak once. Please direct all comments to City Council. Ms. Capone, has anybody signed up to speak on ordinance O-09-26?
No one has signed up.
If anybody would like to speak or comment? Seeing none, I will close the public hearing. Does anyone from council have any comments on this specific ordinance? Seeing none, I need a motion and a second to adopt ordinance O-9-26.
I make a motion to accept this ordinance.
Councilwoman Miles,
Second.
Newberry, roll call, please.
Councilmember Brown?
Yes.
Eastman?
Yes.
Jablisco?
Yes.
Miles?
Yes.
Mohica?
Yes.
Montestioka is absent. Newberry?
Yes.
Parsons absent. Brooks?
Yes. Ms. Capone, can you please read the title for ordinance O-10-26?
An ordinance amending Chapter 401, Article 1, Vehicles and Traffic, Section 3, Violations and Penalties of the Code of the City of Rahway.
At this time, I will open the public hearing for ordinance O-10-26. You will have 5 minutes to speak, and you may only speak once. Please direct your comments to City Council. Ms. Capone, has anybody signed up for this ordinance of O-10-26?
No one has signed up.
Anybody from the audience like to speak on O-10-26? Seeing none, I would like to close the public hearing. Does anybody, I'm sorry? Does anybody from council have any comments on this ordinance? Seeing none, I need a motion and a second to adopt ordinance O-10-26.
I make the motion.
Jablisco?
Second.
Newberry, roll call, please.
Councilmember Brown?
Yes.
Eastman?
Yes.
Jablisco?
Yes.
Miles?
Yes.
Mohica?
Yes.
Montestioka is absent. Newberry?
Yes.
Parsons absent. Brooks?
Yes. Ms. Capone, please read the title for ordinance O-11-26.
A bond ordinance providing for streetscape improvements by and in the city of Rahway, in the county of Union, state of New Jersey, appropriating $400,000, therefore, and authorizing the issuance of $380,952 bonds or notes of the city to finance part of the cost thereof.
At this time, I will open the public hearing for ordinance O-11-26. You will have 5 minutes to speak, and you may only speak once. Please direct all comments to City Council. Ms. Capone, has anybody signed up for O-11-26?
No one has signed up.
Okay. Anybody in the audience like to address ordinance O-11-26? All right, seeing none. Do any of my council colleagues have any comments on ordinance O-11-26? I need a motion and a second to adopt ordinance O-11-26.
I'll make the motion to accept O-11-26.
VP Mohica,
Second.
Councilwoman Miles. Roll call, please.
Councilmember Brown?
Yes.
Eastman?
Yes.
Jablisco?
Yes.
Miles?
Yes.
Mohica?
Yes.
Montestioka is absent. Newberry?
Yes.
Parsons absent. Brooks?
Yes. All right, so I understand there's no miscellaneous business for tonight, so I'm going to go directly into our council comments, and we have a few people who are not here tonight, so we will start with Second Ward Councilwoman Darlene Eastman. Ms. Eastman, do you have anything you'd like to say tonight?
Yes, I want to congratulate Dave Brown, very well deserved. I also, I know there was an ordinance regarding hot rods in Harley. I just want to let everyone know that is May 9th this year. And other than that, have a good evening.
Thank you. I'm going to go over to my left. You know, I was at the United Way Gala last week, and I kept hearing Assemblyman Kennedy call this gentleman downtown David Brown. Councilman Brown, would you have anything you'd like to say tonight?
Yes, about the city of Rahway. You know, it's really nice to have something like that happen. But the real thing that got me was that when I was there last week with another fair that they had with the gala with Bella Kindness, and I saw Raymond's grandfather, and I thought of my brother. And when I thought of that, I was saying to the city of Rahway how much the families have done with the city and all good work. Good work. You know, when Jimmy Kennedy was the mayor and when I came in, I had the opportunity to defeat a gentleman, Chester Holmes, and Walter McLeod. And it was an opportunity for me to work doing that with my family. And my daughters helped me do that, and my wife. That's why I look at life here in the city of Rahway as giving back to help others. And as I help others, others help me. And I say thank you to the city of Rahway again. The other thing that I say, you know, the city has to work with cooperation. And people have to understand that it takes time to make things happen within the city. And the city takes all the ways of saying, is this good or not? And the only way that you can do that is going out and finding from people what we should do. Because sometimes I would ask someone in the audience, do you know, are you the expert? And if you are, you should come forward and give your information to us. Because it takes a lot of time to get things done. And I'd say to the council, continue to do the good work. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Fifth Ward Council Member, Danny Newberry.
Thank you, Council President. So, just this afternoon on my way over here, I'm going to say the boys because it's the boys. They're out playing football in my own park, and cars are flying down the street. You live in our neighborhoods. You drive our streets. They're local residents. The kids are out. It's spring season. You know, everybody is out in the streets. More students are walking home now that the weather is nicer. I can't get my kids to go outside, but the boys are across the street playing in the field. And with all due respect to everybody who lives in the city, watch out for our children. Drive a little bit slower. Stop at the crosswalks when they're crossing. I hesitated to say anything, but it was pretty close to home this afternoon, no pun intended. Yeah, let's keep our kids safe.
Thank you, Councilwoman. Sixth Ward Council Member, Joseph Jablisco. Did you have anything you want to say today?
Yes, I'd just like to thank Mr. Errico and Captain Gantley on the paper. Does the public get these papers from the thing?
It's available. Yeah.
It's a briefing to the council about the police department, things they do each month. Very good. If you get a chance to try to read it, I think it's excellent what they do. Great job, guys, what you did on that. Second of all, for the last 5 years since COVID, I always put a party over at Robert Wood Johnson thanking them for everything they did. That's whole hospital comes down. I get I have the pizza truck come and we give food, pizza to everybody in the hospital. I'm inviting the council and anybody that's here or anybody else would like to come have a pizza. It's going to be on the 16th of Thursday at 16th from 11 to 2, and it's for a good cause. It's thanking all the nurses and doctors. They all come down and have pizza and all for what they do for our community. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman Jablisco. Our Councilwoman at Large, Joanna Miles, would you have anything you want to say this evening?
Just two really quick things. I'm just bouncing off from what Councilwoman Newberry was saying. It's spring break for a lot of the kids in Rahway this week, so they will be around town and will be out. So even more so with the speeding. But also I hope that all the kids out of school this week have a wonderful, wonderful spring break. I just went back to school today. I had a really relaxing one last week. The other thing I just wanted to mention, the Friends of the Rahway Library book sale is coming up in April. If you check the Facebook page, I haven't got it off the top of my head, the date, but if you're spring cleaning and you have books that you want to get rid of, which are in, nice condition. Please drop them off at the library, labeled to the front of the library. We will happily take them off your hands, and the book sale will be in April. So we're still taking books.
Thank you, Councilwoman. And I hear that you guys are already planning and promoting their annual dodgeball tournament. So I'm trying to get my body ready for that.
Okay, good.
Council Vice President, Mr. Jeremy Mojica, you have anything you'd like to add this evening?
Sure, why not, Council President? Well, happy Easter to everyone, or happy Resurrection Sunday to everyone, just passed. I hope everyone had a good time with their family. Definitely a good time to spend some quality effort with your family. I know it's hard, we're always busy. But I just want to say it's an honor to be part of AR 100-26 Bellekind. I mean, in just a short time, Bellekind's been out there more than most foundations I've seen. I mean, it's incredible what they're doing for these young ladies throughout the city and out and above. I mean, it's been incredible, and I thank the mayor and his wife for their hard work with our city and the girls, and looking forward to see what else they do, and hopefully that park will be as beautiful as we can think and dream of it to be. I just want to, sometimes I tend to be a little humble, but once spoke to somebody and they told me, Jeremy, you're too damn humble, So right now I'm not going to be humble. I'm going to take some credit for my own self, right? I just want to say that it's an honor to see that that we've taken that pickleball idea that I had and taken it a step further, right? We did it over there on Central Avenue in that park. We just did one side. That went well. People were dying to get in there and play. Now we're going to be doing that wonderful grand opening at Tully Field, and it's perfect. It's a beautiful park. Come out there, enjoy it. You don't need to wait for the grand opening. It's open now. Get out there, get active. Lord knows I can use it to lose a few pounds and stay healthy, and it's an honor. And thank you to the administration, and of course thank you to Anthony Deach and his rec department for helping us put together that wonderful space. Well, it's all yours, Councilman Brooks.
Well, thank you, Mr. Mojica.
President Brooks.
Thank you. And I can't wait to play some pickleball myself. So great job on that. And thank you for everybody who came out tonight. I want to start by saying the same things a lot of you guys have said earlier. Happy Easter for those who celebrate Passover, the completion of Ramadan, Eid, to all my Muslim family out there. I happened to attend a most wonderful church service at Agape Family Worship Center. Pastor Powell provided 2 services. The lots were packed. It was great to see everybody dressed up, looking their Sunday best, and it just had so many great messages. So whether you worship or not, I just think we can all take a page from church. We all come together, we all work hard, but we're all coming together in a common good. So I had a great time at Agape yesterday with my family, my mother and her partner. I also want to say thank you to the gentleman from Allen Street who let us know the completion of the issue that you brought to our attention. Again, everybody has every right to come in and voice their opinions, and whether it be good, bad, negative, or indifferent, we listen and we try to take in and deliver on the things that are mentioned. So thank you for being present tonight. There was Read Across America, across all the elementary schools. I had the privilege to take part in that as well. I had a very good friend of mine. His name was Eugene Campbell III. I'm not sure if you guys watch NJ12, but he is an overseas basketball player who found himself in quite a pickle, no pun intended, during this war taking place in the Middle East. He found himself stuck in Jordan. He was able to put together a GoFundMe, and he generated a huge collection. With that said, he was able to get back without having to tap into the GoFundMe. And he decided, instead of keeping what was left over for himself, that he would give back to the community. And this young man is not from Rahway, but he worked in Rahway. He volunteered for Rahway's Best, one of our local businesses that provide services to the youth. and he provided a check to Grover Cleveland, and he's doing more, doing pizza giveaways in the spirit of Joe Jablisco, to Rahway's best. So I want to thank him personally. I think that when you see communities as vibrant as Rahway, you want to give back. And again, he could have gave back to his city that he's from, but he decided to spend his time and effort in giving back to our city. So I'm truly humbled and appreciative of that. Also want to say congratulations to Councilman Brown. Couldn't find anybody more deserving. I like to see him as our LeBron James of City Council. There's nobody who's been this good. More like Bill Russell. 11 championships, right? Yeah, but he's been good for so long, long before the council. I mean, your work goes long before you became a member of City Council. But it just goes to show that public service is not exclusive to any particular person, regardless of whatever title we may have and whatnot. I'm looking at an audience. There's public servants, here who've served the community fine. So I just want to say congratulations to you again. I'm glad that you are able to smell your flowers while you are here. So congrats on you. I also want to say thank you for all those who came out in support of the expungement clinic. The reason why I take great pride in this, because right now in society, we're not getting much support from our federal government. And this is why the public and private partnerships are important. So whether it be ReWorld or a Merck or a Planibus, I think that we have to do more and continue to try to reach out to these private entities to see that they do their part to get back to the community. I know, Ms. Goodman, you know all about that. We have to continue to hold corporations who operate in town and get them to contribute. More than ever, we need it. So I want to thank you. Thanks to Planibus for footing the bill and making it a free clinic. I did read on one of the online things that someone said it's taxpayer funded. That's not the case. We were able to get Planibus to foot the whole entire bill to make it free for all who attended. And with that being said, great job with the Bellicon Gala. You guys are doing great things for the cities. My nieces are a part of the organization, so I have a lot of love for what you guys are doing. And with that being said, it's late. I'm going to ask for a motion in a second to adjourn this meeting.
So moved.
Second.
Newberry, Eastman, all in favor?
Aye.
All right.